Hello YouTube, it's Mike back again. We're talking to the beginners today. I think I've already recorded 2 piano beginner lessons. And if you have not watched those, please do before you watch this one. Just subscribe, and I understand I'm not all that organized, but you can't beat the price. So, just by way of review, for those of you who already know this, we found out how to name the notes on the piano, what all the notes are. We also learned about 6 chords. We learned the C chord, we learned the F chord, we learned the G chord, we learned D minor, we learned E minor, we learned A minor. We even played a song, I think. I forgot what it was, but we played a song. But the song is not that important to me, is that you drill these skills. And enjoy those sounds. Also, you're building piano muscle. Remember, I have a little philosophy, especially at the beginner stage. You can really trip yourself up trying to get good too fast because you'll skip over things that you should be paying attention to. So don't get good, just get better. Just get better than you were. Keep practicing, keep working. Don't skip over, don't go for the latest. Don't try to do this. It'll come when it comes. But stay here. What's that song? Catch a Falling Star? Things you could do like that really puts your learning curve on the right path, and you don't leave holes. Now, in the key of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Last time I told you to find a major or minor chord by half steps and whole steps. Another way to do it is just know your scale. If it's a major chord, it's going to be a 1, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it's a minor chord, it's going to be 1 flat, 3, and 5. Today, we're going to learn all 12 major and minor triads, all 12 of them. So, before we can do that, we have to know all 12 major scales. So get your paper out, your pencil out, put your finger over the pause button. I'm getting ready to play for you all 12 major scales. Now, we got 1 down, so we got 11 to go. Here's C. Okay? Now, the formula for a major scale is whole, whole, half. Whole, 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 half. So here's C. Let's see if that works. Don't count that one. Whole. See, that's a whole step because we skipped that. Whole, whole, half. Nothing between there. Whole, 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 half. So the half steps are between 3 and 4 and 7 and 8. Everything else is a whole step. Start, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. With that formula, we can find any major scale. So we'll just do it chromatically. In other words, we'll go up. So get your paper out, your pencil out. Here is the D flat major scale. And I'm going to go kind of slow so you can catch it, or hit pause and rewind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. My computer is calling these flats, but anytime you're in a sharp key, so my computer said G flat. But since it's a sharp key, we technically should call that F sharp. Same with this, we should call this C sharp. So there's two sharps in D, F sharp and C sharp. So my computer doesn't make that distinction. I have to set it for sharps or flats, and I set it to flats. So, but once again, here's the D scale. Right? Okay, E flat scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And if you track me, it's going to follow that whole half formula. They all will. Here comes the E scale. And again, in the E scale, everything you saw that said flat should be sharp. That should be an F sharp. That should be a G sharp. A. C sharp. D sharp. Here comes the F scale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Here comes the G flat scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Here comes the G scale. I'm going to go down an octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Here comes the A flat scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Here comes the A scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. All sharps, by the way. B flat scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. B scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Now we're back to C again. You could have either copied those down off this video, or it doesn't take too much Googling to get a chart of all 12 major scales, or maybe it's in your piano book, or get it some kind of way. Either write it down from this video, rewind and write it down, or get a chart off Google. Lots of places have it. The trick is not to learn all 12 major keys and their associated number. So if I said the sixth, I'm in the key of C, what's the sixth chord in C? You're going to say A, and you're going to know it's A minor. Diatonic harmony. The 1 chord is major, the 2 chord is minor, the 3 chord is minor, 4 chord is, you got it, major. The 5 chord is major, 6 chord is minor, and then the 7th chord is a diminished chord. Now we're back to the 1 chord. So let's learn, now that we know all 12 scales, let's learn all 12 major triads. All 12 major triads. Now, when I say let's learn them, let's get them started. To know them, I mean you got to play them until you just know it. You just know it. So, we know C. That's how you spell a C chord. Let's take it up to D flat. Move my left hand so in case you're copying that down, that's how you spell a D flat triad. Got that? Ready? Here's a D triad. If you're writing it down, it should be D, F sharp, A. Here's a E flat chord. Right? Sounds dramatic. We're going up here. Here's an E triad. That should be G sharp. Excuse my computer. E, G sharp, B. F, A, C. That's an F chord. F triad. Here's a G flat triad. G, B flat, D flat. Just going right up chromatically. G, B, D. Now it's getting kind of high, so I'm going to go down here. Take it down an octave. A flat, C, E flat. Right? A, C sharp, and E. It's in A is a sharp key. B flat. B, E flat. F, well, should be correct spelling here is B, D sharp, F sharp. So make that adjustment. And now we're back to C again. Now I'm going to do that one more time, and I want you to notice which ones have all, like the shape of each one. Like a C has all white notes. So does F. All white notes. So does G. All white notes. Now let's find the ones that have all black notes, like this one. So some of them have, okay, let's just go around. C, D flat. Now D flat has two black notes with a white note in the middle. Oops. My pedal's getting away from it. But D is just the opposite. It has two white notes with a black note in the middle. E flat, two black notes and a white note in the middle, just like D flat did. E, same as D. Two white notes with two white notes on the outside and a black note in the middle. F has all white notes. F sharp has, or G flat has all black notes. G has all white notes. A flat, two black notes on the outside with a white note in the middle. A, sort of like D, isn't it? And E. D, E, A. Like a drug enforcement agency. Has these white notes on the outside and a black note in the middle. Now these weird ones like B flat has black, white, white. And B has white, black, black. That's another way to remember. Okay? All 12 major triads. How do you practice them? Well, get your little beat going. Just go right up. Just go boom. If you gotta go a lot slower than this, do so. Don't try to get good, just get better. I'm on G. Flat, A, B flat, B, C. Come back down. A flat, G, D flat. Somebody said, well, I tried that and I messed up everything. So what? Too many many critics and too many critics in music. Be patient with yourself until you can just go like that. But that's going to take a lot of and if you have these written down or you printed them off the internet, go ahead and use a cheat sheet. Just don't write anything on your piano. I would not recommend that. But put a piece of paper on your music stand until you don't need it anymore. Until you just know that's a C chord. Now, once you start going up and down, now skip around. Maybe go from C, F. Take F up. Maybe go to, there's a D flat. Let's try A flat. Let's try B flat. Let's try A. I went from A to A flat, back to A again. Let's try G. Things like that. It's just a little drill, like doing push-ups. A little drill until you got them. Now, once you have your major chords, minor chords easy peasy, Japanesey. So we have a major triad here, a C major triad. Root, third, fifth. Take the third down a half step, you have a minor chord. So here's a C major chord. Here's a C minor chord. Right? Here's an F major. Well, let's just go up. Let's just go up. Here's an D flat major chord. Just learn that. Take the third down. Now we have a D flat minor. Right? Here's a D major chord. Take the third down. You have D minor. We learned that in the first lesson or second lesson. I forgot which one. So this chord we know. So here's D minor. Here's D major. So if you know D minor, take the third up a half step. Now you got D major. Here's E flat major. Take the third down. You have E flat minor. Here's E major. Third down. You have E minor. Recognize that chord? We learned that chord again earlier. Here's F major. Take the third down. You have F minor. And where am I? G flat major. G flat minor. G major, G minor, A flat major, A flat minor. Now if you need to hit pause, go ahead and do so. If you need to copy these down. Here is A major. I just took it down. Here's A minor. Now here again, we learned A minor already. Here's B flat major. And B flat minor. And here is B major. And here is B minor. Now, once you get this major minor thing, after a while, you don't have to play major first. Like you know, this is E flat minor. Here's D minor. Here's A minor. You gotta work with these chords long enough that you just know where they are. You no longer have to think about them. Here's G flat minor. Here's F minor. What didn't I do? D minor. We got that one already. C minor. A minor. A flat minor. So again, we can go up and down if we want to. Let's go up here. That sounds kind of muddy down there. D flat minor, D minor, E flat minor, E minor, F minor, G flat minor, A minor, B flat minor, B minor, and back to C minor. Work with these major and minor chords until you just have them. Now, remember I talked about these numbers. In the key of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. A lot of songs that we're going to learn fall in one of two categories. They're either 1, 4, 5 songs, or they're circle songs. Now don't worry about circle songs because I'll show you that later. Or when you get to intermediate, we're going to be all over these circle songs. But right now, 1, 4, 5 songs are good places to start. So let's take a song, let's learn it by ear. Amazing Grace. Amazing. One chord. We're in the key of C, so C is the one chord. How sweet. Went to an F chord. Amazing Grace, how sweet. Back to the one chord. Let your ear, get your little ear training in. That saved them. Like me. No, now I'm on the 5 chord. Was lost to the 4. 1, 2, 5 to the 1. Now, I want to do that in a different key. Let's take any old key. Take F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Once I know all my major and minor triads, well, this 1, 4, 5, they're all major. So now I'm going to change the key. To the 4, back to the 1. To the 1, to the 1, to the 5. 1, 1, to the 4, to the 1, and the 1, to the 5, to the 1. Now I just played Amazing Grace, or 100,000 other songs in the key of F. Let's try it in the key of E flat. 1 chord to the 4. 4 chord is A flat. How do I know that? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1 chord. Oops. To the 1, to the 1, to the 1, to the 5. The 1, to the 4, back to 1, and it's a 1, 2, 5, 2, 1. With some practice, you can play 1, 4, 5 songs any key you want. Any key you want. Long as you go back and rewind and take some notes, paper and pencil notes, that's perfectly fine. Do the paper and pencil thing until you don't need it anymore. You know where a 4 chord is. And that'll actually help solidify that in your mind. The other thing I'll tell you is don't be afraid of any key. There's people tell you, "Ooh, I never play anything in B. Too hard." B is no harder than any other key. So All you gotta do is figure out, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 5. Right? Okay. So I got da, da. 1, 2, 3. What's the 4 in B? E is. What's the 5 is? Next time I'll teach you a way to play that without your hands jumping around so much, but this is a good exercise. The way you're going to get your hands not to jump around is we're going to learn chord inversions, but this is enough for now. Okay, this is a good chunky juicy lesson because just by way of review, we learned all 12 major scales. We learned all 12 major triads. And we learned all 12 minor triads. If you see a song in a songbook and it says, maybe it says C7, sharp 11, flat 5, who cares? You just care about the C part. If it says C minor 9, forget that. Just play a C minor. You'll be fine. So in other words, don't hop to fancy until you have your foundation under you. It is nothing wrong with being a beginner, nothing at all. If your friends are not impressed, you got the wrong person at your house. Remember, at least at my channel, we're not trying to be a pro. We're just trying to enjoy music. That's really all we're trying to do. Anyway, a lot to chew on. If you have questions at all, drop them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. For now, have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.